The Lone Wolf Mentality, Embrace Your Path to Greatness. Introduction. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to follow the herd, to fit in, there is a powerful and empowering mentality that stands apart. It's the mentality of the lone wolf, a mindset of independence, resilience, and unwavering self-belief. In the silence of solitude, there's a unique kind of strength that only those willing to walk alone can understand. The lone wolf isn't afraid of the shadows, it thrives in them. It doesn't seek validation from others, it creates its own value. It doesn't wait for opportunities, it hunts them down. Today, we're going to talk about what it means to embrace the lone wolf mentality, how to embody its principles, and how you can use it to achieve greatness in your own life. Because, whether you're facing obstacles that seem insurmountable or striving to reach your highest potential, the lone wolf is an example of what it means to push through, to grow, and to achieve against all odds. 1. The Call of the Lone Wolf. The first step on the journey of a lone wolf is the call to independence. You have to be willing to answer it. So many people are content to walk the path others have laid before them, following the crowd, blending into the background. But the lone wolf, as a true solitary force, here's something different. It's the call to stand out, to walk your own path, to blaze your own trail. This call may come from within, that gut feeling that you're destined for something more. It may be a whisper of dissatisfaction with the status quo, a hunger for something beyond the mundane. But when you hear that call, you have to embrace it, because it is the beginning of your transformation. The lone wolf is not afraid to be different. It doesn't need to fit in because it knows its value isn't determined by others' opinions. This is the first lesson we can all learn. You must have the courage to stand alone when necessary, to walk your own journey even when the road seems uncertain. 2. The Power of Self-Reliance. A lone wolf knows one truth better than anything else: it is responsible for its own survival. It doesn't rely on anyone else for food, shelter, or success. It does not have the luxury of depending on a pack, but instead, it trusts in its own instincts, its own strength, and its own ability to adapt. This is what sets the lone wolf apart. The power of self-reliance. In our society, we are constantly taught to depend on others for validation, for guidance, for support. But there comes a time in every person's life when you have to rely on yourself. You can't wait for someone to save you, to give you permission, or to help you get ahead. You must become your own hero. The lone wolf teaches us that we already have what it takes to succeed. We just have to learn how to trust ourselves. Self-reliance doesn't mean you don't need help or don't collaborate with others. It means you don't base your success or happiness on others' opinions or approval. Your power comes from within. Your ability to achieve greatness is rooted in your belief in yourself. 3. Embracing solitude as a strength. Solitude can be one of the loneliest experiences imaginable, but for the lone wolf, it's an opportunity. When you're alone, you face the world without distractions, without the noise of external expectations, without the weight of others' limitations. It's in this solitude that the lone wolf finds clarity, creativity, and focus. The ability to reflect, to grow, to meditate, to dream, these are all enhanced when you're by yourself. The key is to embrace the solitude, not fear it. When you're alone, you have space to think and to grow without the constant interference of outside voices. In this time, you can ask yourself the tough questions. What do I truly want? What am I willing to fight for? What am I capable of if I push past my limits? Being a lone wolf doesn't mean you have to be isolated forever. It means you use solitude as a tool to sharpen your mind and soul. It's about finding the inner strength to know yourself completely, your weaknesses, your fears, your desires, and still choosing to move forward with courage. 4. Resilience, thriving in adversity. One of the greatest aspects of the lone wolf mentality is its inherent resilience. Life is hard, and there will be moments when everything feels like it's working against you. The lone wolf faces challenges, dangers, and struggles every day. But the lone wolf doesn't shy away from adversity. It embraces it, learns from it, and uses it to grow stronger. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down. It's the mental toughness to continue even when the world seems to be falling apart. The lone wolf doesn't give up in the face of hardship. It learns, adapts, and thrives. As humans, we have a tendency to avoid pain and difficulty. But it's through facing challenges that we grow the most. Every setback is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more equipped for the future. The lone wolf teaches us that no matter how tough the journey gets, we have the strength within us to endure, to rise, and to continue moving forward. 5. Taking responsibility for your own success. The lone wolf doesn't wait for someone to hand them success on a silver platter. They take full responsibility for their own destiny. They understand that every choice they make, every action they take, leads them either closer to or further away from their goals. This is a powerful realization because it means that you, and only you, are in control of your future. Success is not something that is simply given to us. It is earned through hard work, consistency, and discipline. The lone wolf embodies this philosophy. It knows that the only person who can create its success is itself. It doesn't make excuses or blame others for its failures. Instead, it learns from its mistakes and moves forward with even more determination. Taking responsibility for your own success means setting clear goals, making tough decisions, and staying committed to your vision. It means being relentless, even when no one is watching, even when it feels like the world is against you. The lone wolf teaches us that we are capable of achieving whatever we set our minds to, as long as we take full responsibility for our actions. 6. The importance of focus and discipline. The lone wolf doesn't get distracted by every new trend or shiny object. It has a singular focus, an unwavering commitment to its goal. This laser-like focus allows the lone wolf to outpace and outperform others who are scattered, unfocused, or chasing too many things at once. Discipline is the backbone of any successful journey. The lone wolf doesn't wait for motivation to strike. It creates its own discipline, sticking to its routine even when it's tough. It understands that success is built on daily, consistent effort, not bursts of inspiration that come and go. If you want to achieve anything in life, you must cultivate this same level of focus on discipline. It's easy to get caught up in distractions, to lose sight of your goals when things get tough. But the lone wolf keeps its eyes on the prize, no matter the obstacles. 7. The power of patience and timing. Patience is another powerful trait of the lone wolf. While the world may push us to act quickly, to make rash decisions, to take shortcuts, the lone wolf knows that true success comes with time. It understands the importance of waiting for the right moment, for the perfect opportunity, and for the right alignment of circumstances. Patience doesn't mean being passive. It means knowing when to act and when to hold back. It's about understanding that not every opportunity is meant for you, and sometimes, waiting for the right one will bring you far greater rewards than rushing into something prematurely. The lone wolf isn't in a hurry. It's in control of its journey, and it knows that the right time will come if it's prepared. Patience allows the lone wolf to make strategic moves, to choose its battles wisely, and to conserve energy for the moments that truly matter. 8. Trusting your instincts and intuition. As a lone wolf, you learn to trust your instincts. You become attuned to the subtle cues of the world around you. The lone wolf relies heavily on its intuition to navigate the challenges it faces. This trust in its inner voice, its gut feeling, is one of its greatest assets. Many people rely on external sources of advice and validation, but the lone wolf knows that true wisdom comes from within. The answers you seek, the direction you need, and the strength you require are all already inside you. You just have to learn to listen. Trusting your instincts means being confident in your decisions, even when others doubt you. It means stepping forward into the unknown, guided by an inner compass that knows the way. The lone wolf shows us that when we trust ourselves, we unlock a whole new level of potential. 9. Building your own pack, when the time is right. The lone wolf isn't against community. It doesn't reject the idea of partnership. However, it understands that the right pack is one that shares its values, vision, and goals. It doesn't form connections out of necessity or fear of being alone. It chooses its allies wisely, and only when the time is right. You can choose to walk your journey alone, but